Have you ever stopped to wonder whether the world around you is exactly as it seems? We go about our lives interacting with what we call reality, people, places, events, assuming it's all external, fixed, and independent of us. But what if that's only one side of the story? What if reality isn't something happening to you, but something unfolding through you? Today's video is about that powerful possibility, that your beliefs, not just your thoughts or attitudes, are actively shaping your experience of the world. Since childhood, we're taught to see the world as something separate from ourselves, a place we exist in, but don't influence directly. But what if that separation is an illusion? What if the world you see is actually a reflection of your inner landscape, a mirror of your beliefs, expectations, and subconscious narratives? It's not just mysticism or ancient wisdom that suggests this. Modern science, especially quantum physics, has been offering some fascinating clues. Take, for example, the famous double-slit experiment. In this experiment, electrons were fired through two slits onto a screen. When no one was watching, the particles behaved like waves, creating interference patterns. But when the experiment was observed, when someone paid attention, the electrons behaved like solid particles instead. In other words, the mere act of observation changed the outcome. This experiment deeply challenges the idea that reality exists in a fixed state. Instead, it suggests that reality takes shape in response to consciousness. The observer is not separate from what is being observed, the observer actively participates in creating the result. If that's true at the level of particles, what does it mean at the level of human experience? Just like in that experiment, you too are observing your life every day. You focus your attention, react to situations, and most importantly, you believe. Those beliefs become your filter. They influence how you interpret events, how you interact with others, and even what you expect to happen. And the result? Your beliefs start to shape your reality. If you believe that the world is unsafe, you'll constantly find examples to support that. If you believe you're unworthy, you'll unconsciously create situations that reinforce that feeling. But if you believe the world is full of opportunity, you'll begin to see it everywhere. You are not just a passive observer of the world, you are an active co-creator. So where do these beliefs come from? They're usually built over time, through family influences, culture, education, personal experiences, and social conditioning. Some are conscious. Many are not. And yet they all become the lens through which we see ourselves and the world. Take a moment to reflect. What do you believe about success? About love? About money? About your own worth? Each of these beliefs is silently shaping the reality you wake up to every day. For example, if you believe money only comes through hard struggle, your life will reflect that belief. You'll miss out on ease and flow because your belief doesn't allow for it. If you believe good relationships never last, that belief will influence how you show up in relationships, often without you realizing it. Just like in the quantum experiment, your inner belief becomes the mechanism that collapses potential into experience. Now, this may sound philosophical or spiritual, but neuroscience supports it too. When we adopt a belief, especially one that we reinforce over time, we're literally shaping the structure of our brain. Neural pathways strengthen with repetition, forming default reactions and responses. Our beliefs are not just mental concepts, they're neurological patterns. According to neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg, beliefs, particularly spiritual or deeply emotional ones, have measurable effects on the brain. In his work, How God Changes Your Brain, Newberg shows how positive beliefs can reduce stress, increase compassion, and even influence brain chemistry. We also see this in the placebo effect, where simply believing that a treatment will work often causes real physical improvement. The body responds not to the pill, but to the belief. Meditation and mindfulness practices have also shown that we can change these belief patterns. Through regular practice, areas of the brain related to self-awareness and emotional regulation become stronger. In other words, you're not stuck with the beliefs you've inherited, you can consciously change them. The implications of this are profound. It means that you're not at the mercy of outside circumstances. You don't need to wait for the world to change in order to feel safe, abundant, loved, or fulfilled. You can begin by changing your internal beliefs, and your external world will start to align. The physicist David Bohm once said that the separation between the observer and the observed is an illusion, that all of reality is interconnected. If you change your internal state, you are also changing the energetic field that connects you with others and the world. It's not just a personal journey, it's a collective act. As your beliefs change, so do your relationships, your experiences, your opportunities, and even how others respond to you. Limiting beliefs are like walls you don't even realize you've built. They whisper things like, "I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. It's too late for me. People can't be trusted. Nothing ever works out for me." These thoughts feel familiar. Repetitive. Safe even, because the mind likes predictability. But they are not truths. They are stories built from fear, disappointment, or inherited worldviews. Often, these beliefs are not even ours. They come from parents, teachers, peers, media, absorbed during childhood when the subconscious mind is most impressionable. And yet, they form the framework for how we approach life. For instance, believing that money is bad or unspiritual creates a conflict between financial well-being and your values. Believing that you're not lovable might sabotage relationships, not because you're unlovable, but because you unknowingly push connection away. In short, limiting beliefs block expansion. They reduce the possibilities available to you. You don't see what's beyond them because your mind is convinced it's not even worth looking. On the other hand, empowering beliefs expand what's possible. They help you take action, welcome growth, and connect more deeply, both with yourself and with others. Some empowering beliefs look like this. I am capable of learning anything I need. I deserve love and respect. The universe is full of opportunities. My past does not define my future. I create my own reality. These aren't fantasies. They are tools, lenses that allow your mind to look for possibilities instead of problems. And when you choose to see the world through this lens, you begin to act differently. You speak up in meetings. You apply for the job. You leave the toxic relationship. You start the creative project. You align with the version of yourself that already exists beyond the limits of your past. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about choosing the thoughts that support your evolution, and then acting in alignment with them. So, how do you go from limiting beliefs to empowering ones? Here's a practical, research-backed approach you can start using today. First, get curious. What's a recurring problem in your life? Finances, relationships, self-worth. Now ask, what would someone have to believe in order to keep experiencing this pattern? Write it down. Be honest. This isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. If you discover beliefs like, success isn't for people like me, or, if I open up, I'll get hurt, you've found the mental software that's been running in the background. Naming the belief brings it into the light, and what's visible can be changed. Ask yourself, is this belief 100% true, without exception? Who taught me this? Do I still agree with them? What has this belief cost me? What might be possible if I didn't believe this anymore? Often, just questioning a belief begins to loosen its grip. Now, write the opposite. If the old belief was, I'm not capable, the new belief might be, I am capable of learning and growing. Important, the new belief doesn't need to feel perfect yet. It just needs to feel possible. Repeat it daily. Speak it out loud. Write it in your journal. Say it in the mirror. Not because repetition is magical, but because your brain rewires through consistency. Action is what makes the new belief real. If you believe, I'm not creative, but start painting, writing, or brainstorming anyway, you'll start creating evidence that supports the opposite belief. Small steps matter. One phone call. One healthy boundary. 1 hour of focus. When you act from a new belief, your reality begins to shift. Neuroscience shows that visualization and meditation literally reshape neural pathways. Close your eyes and imagine living from your new belief. Visualize a moment where you're fully embodying it. Feel it, emotionally, physically. This process conditions your subconscious mind to treat the new belief as familiar. Environment matters. Join communities that share your values. Read books that expand your mindset. Listen to mentors who reinforce your empowering beliefs. Beliefs thrive or wither depending on the emotional ecosystem you live in. Philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." The shift from unconscious limitation to conscious creation doesn't require anything outside of you. It begins within, in your thoughts, your decisions, your focus. So ask yourself again, what am I creating right now? Every time you become aware of a limiting belief and choose a more empowering one, you're reprogramming not just your mind, but your future. You're collapsing possibility into new reality. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need presence, and a willingness to believe that you are far more powerful than you've been told. Your beliefs are not fixed. They are choices that, once made conscious, can be changed. By identifying, questioning, and rewriting these internal narratives, you reclaim the power to shape your life. This isn't abstract philosophy, it's the everyday practice of living as a conscious creator. You are not a victim of reality. You are the author of it. Let that be the belief that begins it all.